Hi, Frank. Frank? Frank? Hey, Frank?
Had a pillow in my ass.
You okay there?
Yep.
Up your ass. What's going on here? Hey, man. How you doing?
I'm okay, believe it or not.
I do? Isn't that always your answer anyway? I'm okay. Almost exactly like that. That's how you say it every time. Hey, Frank, how are you? I'm okay. There's always that little pause and then the okay. That downward slide into depression. Anyway, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, hello, I am Frank, along with Tony. And we are
Whoa.
here today to talk to you about fucking horses, of all things.
Do you know why?
Because you love horses?
No, I don't. I have no affinity towards horses one way or the other. I mean, they're okay. They're nice. I've been around them a lot. And my sister, I think, owns 3 of them that I've never seen. I used to work in an animal hospital, and I would take care of the owner's horse there. Beautiful horse. Don't remember the name. Used to ride it bareback all the time, too. Just hop up and fucking ride it around the backyard there. It's kind of cool. Anyway, no, I decided to talk about horses because I don't fucking know. It was just, I was running out of, I was like, what are we going to talk about? Now let's talk about horses. You know what it was? I was listening to that is it Aaron Mankey, Myths and Legends? Whatever, Myths and Legends podcast. And several others. And Greek mythology kept coming up, and they were talking about like Pegasus.
Yeah, you bring up fucking unicorn.
Well, there was Pegasus, there was unicorn. You know, it just made me start thinking about the mythos, like, and about how horses came here into the United States, and the Native Americans took them over and fucking taught the white man how to fucking use them right.
And how apparently fucking horses make good burgers.
Horse burgers, yeah, that was an Apache thing. But we'll roll into that in a little while. So, what do you know about horses? Do you have any experience with horses in your life?
I think I rode a horse or two way back when.
Do you remember the first time?
I'm trying to remember the first time.
Okay, well, while you think about it, I'll tell you. I remember the first time I rode a horse. It was, I'm going to say 1st or 2nd grade. It was a friend of mine at the time named Russell Miller. One of the only white guys in school at the time. So this is before. Yeah, this is before it got more gentrified. Gentrified? Is that the? Yeah, right. Anyway, that's before we had like an influx of white people to our particular school. Because Mercedes, it was funny, dude. My little town. I was looking at the old yearbook photos that they had hanging up in high school, right? And you go far back to where it had just opened up, and it was all white people with like no Hispanics. And then like a little bit later you start getting like all white people and like a black guy or two. And then it was like you slowly saw like all the Hispanics start going to school and all the white people go away. Like it was really weird. And then by the time I was in school here in this town, there was like 1 or 2 white families and maybe 1 black family in the town. And now it's still majoritively Hispanic, but there's several white families and several black families and a few Asian families. And it's kind of cool the way that everything's getting boiled down into this beautiful melting pot we call America. But it's taken a shitload of a fucking while to get down here, huh?
Yeah.
But anyway, my point being, this one white family in town. They invited me to their son's birthday. Russell invited me to his birthday party, and they had horses, and I was ecstatic. I was like, "How? If you guys had horses? Are you guys ranchers?" Like, no, we just have horses. I was like, "Oh, that's so cool." They had like 2 or 3 of them. I don't even know if they were theirs or like the grandparents. But so I was a little kid, just hopping on this horse, this full ass size horse, and just took me around the block. It was the coolest fucking thing. What about you? So do you remember now?
There was this one time, it wasn't my first time, but there was this one time. It was, I'm not sure if it was a wedding or a quinceañera. Probably a wedding, because I was so young. And this was at
It's so funny watching the gears in your head turn when you're trying to remember shit. It's like you can almost hear and feel the cranking. Like there's a mouse just, like not even a mouse running on a wheel, a mouse trying to like turn a wheel, like row it. You
and
know
it's
what
so
I mean?
rusty.
Yeah, and it's so rusty. Like you just like, oh, he's got the. You get a little rust spot, like mouse spits on the fucking gear to get it going again. Alright, continue. I'm sorry, it's just, again, it's fascinating watching you work, Frank. So you're at a quinceañera or a sweet 16 or an 11-year-old birthday or 25-year-old birthday.
So the audience
You have no
knows
idea.
I'm not lazy, I'm just a slacker.
What? What does that have to do with anything?
No, because you're like, it's so fascinating watching you think or fucking, yeah. And
You're just
like,
slow.
I don't think here.
You're
I
not
just,
stupid.
I already
You're
have
just
my
slow.
notes.
You think. You
I just
think.
read off of them.
You
know?
think quickly. You just get your words a little. You get your words out a little slower than most.
Yeah, and then apparently because of the meds I'm taking, my fucking tongue twitches and my lips twitch.
Really?
So then sometimes when I'm like in the middle of a fucking in the middle of a word, my tongue will start fucking twitching, and they'll be like, "What'd you say?" I'm like, "I said."
And that's a lot of people though, for different reasons.
Yeah.
You'll be alright.
I just found that out last time I was in
Is that a good thing? How are you liking your medication? We've talked about it a few times.
Yeah,
You say that
but,
it's balanced out, but where's
Yeah,
it?
it's balanced out and everything. Like, I don't care about. Well, not that I don't care. It's like I'm indifferent about most things now, and I don't know. Maybe it's because of the age, maybe it's because of all the alcohol I consumed throughout the years.
I think it's just with age you just learn that a lot of things just aren't worth focusing on.
Yeah, you just let go of things.
Yeah, there's just no reason to let things get under your skin. Like I got in an argument with a family member the other day, and I couldn't understand why they got so heated, you know? And I realized like, well, they were pretty rude back to me, and I still don't feel like I got as heated in the argument by the end of it, you know? Like I left because, well, I was just waiting for someone to pick me up at the time, but when I left I was like, wow, that was odd.
Yeah.
And then the next day I didn't go over and they were like, hey, are you coming over? I was like, no, I'm busy. I'm like, come on, it was just an argument. No, it's not a big deal. Like, I wasn't even thinking about that. I legitimately have things to do today. I need a rest. I work a lot, y'all. But yeah, so these are, how do we get on the arguments? Because you don't care because of medication. Yeah, your medication. Yeah, you're okay. So back to the subject at hand.
So then,
Into the mic.
This was it's probably a wedding, but it was one of those.
Don't get bogged down in the details.
Salons. No, this is
Saloon.
important. That
like a
Mexicans
Western
call it like Mexicans call it a casino, and white people are like, ooh, like gambling casinos. Like no, it's just a hall. There you go. It's like this dance hall.
Okay, dance hall.
Right. and then in the back, so I'm convinced this was back in Steamboat. The back was horse
stable. Okay.
Horse stable. Okay, there was stables, and there was this area. I guess that's where they
Come on,
trained
Frank.
the
Focus here.
horses.
Focus.
So, anyways, so yeah, there were horses there, and
And you rode the horses there.
I
Great.
got-
Jesus Christ.
I got.
This is too long. This is too much. So, what kind of? Do you remember? Did anything happen? Anybody get hurt? Was it just you?
It
there a
was
bunch
my
of people around?
first time being so close to a fucking Clydesdale. I was like.
It was a Clydesdale.
Yeah, for those that don't know, Clydesdale, they're the Budweiser horses.
Yeah, they're some of the larger breeds of horses out
Yeah.
there. They've got bushier hair, right? They've got like longer hair around the ankles.
They're like the Fabios of horses.
The Fabios of horses. Yeah, there you go. Well said. Yeah, so you got a Budweiser Clydesdale essentially. And
Yeah.
So you're on that, and that thing's like 7 feet tall. Aren't they fucking massive?
Fucking huge.
And then
I
you
was
were a
little
midget
kid.
at the time. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, this thing's gonna fucking eat me.
It could. It could. One chomp at your head and take it out. Yeah. Woo. Woo. I had my sister's got a friend who rides horses and owns a horse. He got kicked the other day. Fucking got knocked back. Just fucking ribbed him, man. Right in the fucking sternum. And he was all right. He said he was swimming in the pool a little later. I don't know, man. This shit's sketch.
There's a video that's circulating. I don't know if it's still circulating.
It's a
but it was
fucked
for
up
a
video.
while. But these were these black stallions. I don't know exactly what race, what fucking kind of horse
Breed.
it is.
What breed?
Breed. There you go. But
Yeah, they got shitloads of breeds, man. They've got such rare breeds.
no, yeah, but with these black horses, like immediately you think it's an Andalusian. But you're like, no, it's an Arabic horse. And I'm like, isn't an Andalusian an Arabic horse anyways? But anyways. So these were two black
I didn't get
horses.
that. I was thinking about going into details like what breeds of horse, but there's so many, dude. And then we'd have to explain. It's an audio podcast, so like explain the differences, just like our descriptions, and we're not those guys, so we're not gonna do that to you people.
So yeah, it's this fucking bunch of little Mexicans. Well, not little Mexicans. But it's a bunch of fucking Mexican fucking farmhands, right? So, and I'm convinced this is Mexico. That's why I'm saying that they're fucking Mexican. But they get a horse out of the fucking cart, right? And the horse is all excited. It's like when your fucking hormones are first raging out.
Yeah, they're ready to go.
A girl.
Oh.
Ooh, there's a girl. So yeah, there was a fucking mare in the gate, right inside the fence, whatever. And this horse is fucking excited, going back and forth, fucking trying not to jump up and down. Like, fuck yeah,
wow,
a girl. So then,
that's funny. I've never seen that. I've always interacted with horses that have been around each other a long time. I've never seen any introduced to.
Well, I think that was the problem, that they weren't around since fucking birth.
They weren't introduced.
So then, yeah, they were barely being introduced, and then one guy brings the fucking mare close, and then the mare goes away, right? But then they bring the horse actually in, and the horse is ready. Like, his fucking thing is wobbly.
He's hanging.
Yeah.
He's hanging loose.
Yeah.
And then, so, okay, if a dog is a red rocket, what the hell do you call a horse, man? Octopus tentacle? That thing is fucking 12 fucking inches long when they're children. When
It
they're
looks like
tiny little horses.
you're pushing a sausage through the fucking plastic. But anyways.
Unsheath the beast.
Yes, that's what it was. He was unsheathing.
Yeah, it's a fucking samurai sword coming out of the scabbard, just ready to fucking slay some poon.
So then the mare starts galloping in a circle in place, and the horse is thinking, "Fuck yeah, I can get some." Yeah, but then right as the mare is directly behind the horse, she kicks him right between the eyes.
Whoa!
And the horse just fucking drops.
Drops dead, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I heard of that video. I didn't see it though. So it's just a swift kick right between the eyes, and he's dead out.
Yeah.
Like instant brain death, instant. Oh, that's
So
insane.
imagine taking one of those to the chest.
Yeah, well,
Probably stop your heart.
It
break
just
some
have
nerves.
you have to be in just the right place. They have to want to really hurt you too, man.
Yeah.
Because you see horses where they just do like a little kickback, and it's just to get you away. But when they fucking rear up and they got both hind legs in the sky and they double kick out, they're going for the kill. They're trying to fucking protect themselves from life or death. So that it's odd that it's an odd reaction for a mare to have, even if she was scared, you know, like it makes you think, was it intentional? Do you think it was intentional horse slaughter? Should we put her down for good?
But
Well, I mean,
again,
he was
that's
being
dangerous.
aggressive. He did not wait for consent.
He was hyperactive. He was fucking.
He was a horny teenager going after a 30-year-old woman, man. You just had to put him in his place.
So yeah, the great thing about horses is that they're fucking dicks until you give them a fucking reason.
Oh, I thought you said the
respect
great
you.
thing about horses is their dicks.
No, that they are fucking
You just like a
dicks.
big hanging cock in front of you, huh?
No.
Okay, so you're saying horses themselves are assholes.
Yeah.
Why? There are plenty of people who say horses are some of the most loving creatures and pets you could own.
Well, yeah, but when you're
Let's say you don't own a horse, right?
a horse owns you.
I mean, essentially, right? Because it's like a house owning those things. It's like another car payment.
Yeah, like if the handler's there, then yeah, the horse will let you fucking pet it and touch it and everything. But if you try to get on the horse, like if the horse is fucking brand new, just bought it.
Oh yeah, you gotta break them.
Yeah.
Like, leads me to one of the most famous horses in history, Alexander the Great's horse. Do you remember that one?
I wasn't born yet, so no.
Of course you weren't. No, but there's statues about him. He's talked about and a lot of references to Alexander the Great and any of his great wars that he was a part of. He had this one horse. I'm looking for it. I wrote it down somewhere. I'm not looking too hard for it. So this horse was like notorious. Nobody could break it. No one in all of in all of Rome. Where the fuck was Alexander the Great?
Yeah, bro.
Rome, right? Anyway, if I'm wrong, fuck you. Message us. Show some.
That's what the email's for.
Yeah, that's what the email's for. Completely inappropriate podcast at gmail.com. CI podcast on Instagram and completely inappropriate 1P on Twitter. BitChute, YouTube, whatever. So this horse was unbreakable. Alexander the Great finally finds out that it's like my parents' dog. My parents' dog is it barks at random times and like arr, arr, like freaks out at random times. It took us a while to find out it was the same as his horse. They were scared of its fucking shadow. Scared of his shadow. This is supposedly, right? So Alexander the Great simply turns him away from the shadow, make sure it's not in view while he starts working with it and breaking it then. Then once he breaks it, the horse realizes the shadow's been scared of, blah, blah, blah. I wonder what that's about. I know it's a preservation instinct for like smaller animals, because they usually don't see their shadow so pronounced. So when they do see a shadow, it's supposed to be like the shadow of an owl or an eagle flying above them. They know to scurry away and run. But when you get something as large as a horse, or even a human, I mean, humans have been known to be scared of their shadows.
Yeah, wasn't Michael Jackson scared of the shadow?
No, he had vitiligo and just got rid of his. He bleached his skin to get rid of his shadow. He didn't know how it worked. Peter Pan syndrome. Anyway, so that's kicking it up. Well, before we get into more other, horses from history or myth, I do want to talk about something that happened in the 20s and 30s. And this happened with a woman. It starts with a guy named Carver. William Doc Carver. They call him Doc. He ran these Old West shows, right? Mm-hmm. And he claims that one day he was walking across the bridge with his horse, and the horse up and dove off the fucking bridge. Just jumped off the fucking bridge into the water. So this guy running a Wild West show. I'm sorry, what did you say?
Suicidal horse.
You would think, right? Yeah. That would have been my assumption. Like, man, what were you doing to this fucking horse, man? Quit doing those fucking nasty Indian rape fucking bestiality shows that you're doing at those Wild West shows. Anyway, no. So what he did was, he thought of having a diving horse show. Have you seen these? You've never seen these on YouTube? Never seen them on... Okay, so check this out. In the 20s and 30s, this guy, Doc Carver, decides he's going to start building these platforms 3, 5, 8 stories up in the fucking air. Take a horse up there with the rider and have it jump off and dive into a lake. A full-grown horse jumping 6 to 8 stories into a lake. And guess who the rider was? Doc, it was his idea. He never once rode a fucking horse and dove it off a fucking platform. You would think, yeah, the guy with the idea would do it. No. This fucking Doc decides he's going to get his pretty little daughter to do it. Huh. So this little girl, she's in her early teens, right? She's, of course, been on horses her whole life. But so she goes, and in 1881, he saw it jump off a bridge into a river, and that inspired the show. He never did it, but his daughter, Lorena, there it is. So her name was Lorena Carver, and she fucking started doing this. And she did it for years, for like 20 to 30 years or something, right? And so this goes on basically up until, let's say, the 1940s or 50s, I think. And then animal rights activists get into it. They're like, oh, you guys are, they're false floors that just drop out under the horse. They're not actually jumping. They're falling. You know what I mean? You're forcing them. Like, okay, if that were true, the horses wouldn't knowingly go up there anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, an animal knows that it's being tricked into an unpleasurable situation. Mm-hmm. Like, the whole deal was that these horses and these riders, of course she wasn't the only one to do it, but she was the most famous one, was Lorena Carver. And so other people would do it from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. And actually, it's pretty cool. I'll get to that. So in all this time, how many do you think it was something that would have killed a lot of horses or killed a lot of people? What's your instinct tell you? Who would die here?
I don't know. I'm thinking I die with the horse, and then some crazy how I'm away from the horse, and then the horse starts pedaling, and it kicks me in the face, and so then there I stay for the rest of my life until somebody realizes, oh shit, he's paralyzed. Somebody pull him out.
See, my brain would have got like, okay, this at some point, like the way people dive into water, sometimes they over rotate and land on their back, or like more flipped forward than straight up and down. So I always assumed that the horse would like fuck up, flip, and then the horse would land on the rider or something.
Yeah.
Never fucking happened. In 30, 40 years of this shit going on, one fucking 18-year-old kid died. One, and I didn't get any details on how he died, but one out of all these 100, Lorena, for instance, would do 3 to 4 shows a day. So 3 to 4 shows a day, 5 times a week, for years, and she was fine. Up until, of course, there's always that up until. But again, only one person ever died doing this. Lorena in 1931. So she jumped in the water, riding a horse, and it was beautiful, dude. The way that she would, like, there's a couple of videos of her doing it, or still pictures of her doing it, and she's hugging the horse. It looks like she's jockey riding this thing at a perfect vertical angle. And like the horse is just running in the air. Like if you turn the picture sideways, it would look like a regular gallop, like it just jumped over a fence or something. And the rider's just she's laying down on it, like held real tight. And you can see how she goes in the water. She would just flow with the horse. She can come back up, still riding the horse. Fucking amazing shit. Except she fucked up. She left her eyes open when hitting the water. Imagine that, fucking jumping from 6 stories high. I dived from 1 story high at a vacation house we go to. And I know to close my fucking eyes, man. Mm-hmm. So imagine jumping from 6, 7 feet. So she jumps 6, 7 stories with this horse into the water with her eyes open. She goes blind. Still alive, but she's blind. She just ruined her eyes. The woman loved this so much she still did it blind. She continued to perform this show blind after that. Isn't that fucking incredible? Yeah. It's fucking insane. So people that think that she was abusing her horse, like she was the one that got hurt the most. She's the one who
animals' rights people would be.
But animals' rights, because there's no consent.
That's what you get, bitch.
Well, they say there's no consent, but some animals, if they don't consent, they fight back.
Yeah.
Ask a dog, ask a pit bull. Try and get a pit bull to do something he doesn't want to fucking do. Doesn't fucking happen, right? It's not how animals work. Like, unless you're seriously abusive, but you'd have to be abusive in front of people too. It's not like you abuse an animal once and it forever listens to you. Not that I abuse animals to know.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, that was the most incredible. I was trying to research horse stories, and that was the most incredible one I ever fucking heard of. Fucking diving horses, and this woman, dude, just fucking Lorena Carver, man, is fucking insane. I love that story. Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, there's fucking dedication. You could even say that's the bond between a woman and her horse.
Yeah. It makes you wonder how much more bonded they were. That's inappropriate, Frank. Don't be like that.
Oh, like there's.
All right, now so. I want to talk about a different kind of horse play.
Okay.
I want to talk about bestiality. I want to talk about these horse shows. What the fuck, Frank? What the fuck? Women and men have died doing this.
Men? What?
Yeah, there was a man, I don't remember, it was dozens of years ago, I'm sure, but there was a man reported to have had anal intercourse with a horse, and he took it from the horse, and it just did one thrust straight up into him and killed him, like, instantly, ruptured everything inside of him. And this has happened to women too. Like, when I was a really perverted young man, I searched out fucking bestiality porn because I was just curious. I saw this one where a dog was fucking a girl. Like, she just laid down, dog came up, started fucking her. Fucking weird as shit, man. Then that led to the fucking horse one. And this fucking, this girl took it. Like, she just took it.
Like a champ.
Yeah, she did. That one didn't end in like a horrific thing. It wasn't a very long video, but it showed her blowing the horse, and then I guess because the horse wasn't up on a fence or anything and thrusting, she was just like, I think she was just back. Man, it was a long time ago. I think I might have blocked out most of it because it's a pretty fucked up thing to watch. Again, I wasn't watching this sexually interested or anything. It was just fucking horrific curiosity of a young mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What? What? Don't judge me. This is a completely inappropriate podcast. If we can't say things like this here, where can we say them, Frank? Where?
I'm not judging. It's that I'm like, oh, so maybe I should have clicked on those links that came up when I googled fucked up horse stories.
No, I think this was LimeWire. Back in when LimeWire was there.
Oh,
you
yeah.
searched for
I really didn't know what you were downloading.
No. Yeah, exactly. I think that's how it started. It was like some college girl takes it doggy style, and that one led to the dog one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I think after that I might have intentionally looked for the horse ones. I might have, because I had already heard about donkey shows and shit. I think that's what I said. I had searched up donkey shows. This is before Clerks 2. How did donkey shows ever become a thing?
I don't know.
Tijuana, right?
Yeah.
Like that was a legitimate show you could see. Like people would talk about it in like junior high and high school about their uncle or dad who went to go see it and told him about it. Some weird shit.
Yeah. But this brings me back to this one story. I don't remember who told it, so I can't tell you if this was...
We don't need to know who. What's the story?
Okay, so this guy was telling me that it was, I guess, a college party. I don't know. But, yeah, so people have been drinking, right? Obviously. And this was at a fucking horse farm.
Alright, yeah, we get it. There's horses around. You always get lost on why the horses were there. It doesn't matter. Horses were there.
So then they... I don't remember if they dared this chick.
You don't need to remember. Just make it up. Fill in the gaps with the fake story. No one knows what the reality is.
Anyways, so I'm gonna fucking cut this fucking short and sweet. So this drunk girl goes...
I can't stand your storytelling, I'm sorry.
She starts blowing the horse, and they're like, ooh.
No!
Yeah, she starts blowing the fucking horse.
Wait. Who is this? This is something
you didn't want me to bog down in the details.
Wait, no, were you there? I missed that part.
Somebody told me
this is a story from a friend. Okay. Okay, so it's a... Alright.
Yeah.
It's a story you heard.
The girl starts
this chick starts blowing a horse at a party.
And then suddenly they're like, hey, she's fucking stuck. Like, what the fuck? So then they pull her out, right? And it turns out that the horse finished. He was like, fuck yeah. So then they took her ass to the fucking hospital.
Wait, how is she stuck?
I guess she had braces? I don't know. I don't remember the fucking details or whatever. I guess she passed out on the dick, and then that led to the horse bruising inside her.
This sounds so made up.
No, it's not. And
no, it's not.
No,
you weren't even there.
Yeah, so it probably is. But then the fucking the doctors were like, "Hey, what happened?" And we're like, I don't know. We were fucking drinking, and then suddenly, fucking whatever the
horse.
No, they didn't fucking have the guts to fucking tell her, or tell the doctor. But
how do you explain the quart of sperm in her fucking stomach?
There was, I think it was a gallon of fucking. Or gallons.
I'm sure that's not true. I don't think.
I'm telling you, I don't remember exactly because I think this was told me in fucking, I don't know, somewhere between high school and fucking boot camp. But yeah, that they had to pump that shit out of her stomach, and they're like, how the fuck did this happen? And I'm like, I don't know. We're just fucking kids fucking around. It was her idea. But yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, we're looking at 13 ounces from a large breed horse.
Uh-huh.
You can get 13 ounces, 13 and a half, excuse me, up to 13. A small breed will give you 100 cc's.
Uh-huh.
A large breed will give you 400 cc's. That translates to 13 and a half fluid ounces of sperm in this woman's stomach if that happened. Which, just for context, that's 13 and a half liquor shots. Like a shot is an ounce. So,
yeah.
So definitely not a gallon,
okay.
Not even a quart. But okay. I like the effort there that you were trying to. That was such a made up story. How would she get stuck? Like unless
she's like and passes out.
It's not. But it's not. No.
Again,
she's not gonna get stuck. Now I can understand how I would get stuck in her vagina. Maybe if it was like semi-gorged and then fully. But even then, that doesn't make fucking sense either, man. It's attached to no, they're not dogs. Like
was pretty fucking long.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm calling bullshit on the story, but it's a good story.
Wow,
It's a good story. Any other horse?
I was told this story back in the day. I don't remember how long.
All right. Well, I got another one for you.
Okay.
I got a real good horse story for you, and this one goes to back to Odin and Loki.
Oh, okay.
There was a horse called Spafulfudi. Spafulfudi? Something like that. I wrote these down phonetically, not how they were written, because that's the only way I'm going to pronounce these anywhere close. So Spafulfudi was a horse that helped a mysterious builder, just this average Joe builder, right, wanted to marry Freya, who is one of Odin's daughters, I guess?
She's the goddess of war and love.
War and war. Yeah, okay, so in order to get the sign off this, and he's a mysterious builder, doesn't even have a fucking name, but he was given the task to complete in a single season, one season, the wall around Asgard. And he had the help of this amazing horse called Spafulfudi. So this horse helps him build the wall, and by the time he gets so close that he's about to finish within the season, this was supposed to be an impossible task. He was never meant to do it because nobody wanted him, this average Joe nobody. I was talking to you, sir, you fucking cunt.
We're recording here.
I know, right? I'm sorry. So Spafulfudi, so this mysterious builder gets a hold of Spafulfudi, and they build this wall within a season. And in order to stop him, Loki comes down. And Loki comes down in the form of a mare, a female horse, and seduces Spafulfudi, the horse, into not so that he's so distracted he doesn't help this mysterious builder finish the wall on time. So Loki takes it in the gunt as a horse. Loki's a freak. Loki's a freak. So Loki stays a mare after this whole encounter with Spafulfudi, and ends up pregnant. And do you know the rest of the story?
Yeah.
All right. What's the rest of the story?
So then the guy.
You know the horse, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the birth of Sleipnir, Odin's horse.
Odin's eight-legged horse.
Eight-legged horse. He was featured in the fucking Marvel movies.
He was also featured in as your 8 crazy reindeer and Santa Claus.
Yeah, we went over this.
Yeah, we went over this during our Christmas episode, guys.
And so then.
So we're going back to that.
Each leg represents the directions of the fucking
north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast.
Yeah.
So all this time I had no idea Odin's 8-legged horse was his stepson's
son.
Yeah, horse, fucking bestiality, fuck child, love child,
Yeah.
love child.
One of Loki's sons is a wolf.
Now that's
Another
fucked.
one is a serpent.
He fucking tranny tricked that fucking horse. Although he wasn't tranny, he was just straight up full on sex change. Like not even like every bit of it. He was just a mare. It was so weird. Why? Why wouldn't they send any of the female? I guess because it would have. I don't know. I guess I haven't looked too much into history. I know Odin fucking slept with a shitload of people. Was it common for the female gods to get sexual too? Or they were always pretty much just raped and taken, right?
No.
Well, Freya was a Norse god too, right?
Yeah.
She wasn't just Greek.
She's the goddess of love, and she's kind of a nympho, but yeah, I mean.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Have you seen that comedy Norseman?
No. I thought about it. Maybe
It's great. You should. You really should. I think there's a lot of little tidbits of information. Like they got real simple details, like the shaved back of the head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where they to help them put the armor on and not get caught, they grow everything else. It was really cool shit, man. That's a great comedy show that'll actually teach you something about Norse mythology.
Yeah, my sister gets after me. She's like, finish Shameless.
Shameless?
Yeah.
I never started that.
I never finished it because I had to give up fucking cable TV.
Persepolis, by the way, was Alexander the Great's horse.
Oh, I was like, it sounds familiar.
Yeah, I just found the name. Sorry.
Yeah.
I throw that one in.
Yeah. Oh, you want to talk about how fucking unicorns are just skinny queen rhinos?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can throw that one out. Well, because originally that was basically the description. from like Roman and Greek times. Because Romans and Greeks really believed in unicorns. They believed that unicorns were a mythological beast, but they didn't describe them the way they describe them now. They described them as these fucking body. They had horse's body, a stag's head. So isn't a stag just a horse? What's a stag? Or I guess a stag would have been a bull, right?
Yeah.
Back then it would have been a male bull.
Yeah.
Okay, so a male bull's head with a horse's body, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I guess because it's not as front heavy as a bull would be.
Shaped like a bull's head.
Right. Well,
it's
their
proportionate
head
to the body, but or rather, a bull's head proportionate to the body.
I was talking about the body. No. I'm saying it had, so it had a stag's head, right? Like a bull's head, but it didn't have a bull body because a rhino doesn't really have a front heavy body. It's full, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same from the front to the back. A horse is a lot more elongated and proportioned rather than a bull. So I can see how that description is there. And then it was a 3.5 foot horn and elephant's feet. I mean, the elephant's feet alone, the bull's head, and the only part that doesn't really fit is a horse's body.
Yeah.
But if you drop them down to the ground 3 feet, and have their bellies rubbing the ground closer to the right, to me that description screams rhino, right?
Yeah. Elephant's feet, fucking one horn, which I never understood. I'm like, don't rhinos have 2 horns?
No, rhinos only have one.
Long ass fucking
horn.
And then the one.
They might have one, a smaller one.
Yeah.
A smaller picture, but it's in line with their, because it's still on the nose bridge, right?
Yeah.
And then the big one on the point of the nose, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's only in some cases. Maybe the older ones.
So only some variants of rhinos.
Well, it's the same thing as like the unicorn itself. The horn, we've talked about this before, came from the narwhal. The narwhal's teeth, they're not even horns. The narwhal is that big whale with the giant twisted tooth that comes out the front of it, and they look like unicorns. Unicorn horns.
Yeah.
But they're just these overgrown teeth that grow out the front of their faces like beavers. If beavers don't chew, their teeth will overgrow. But even them, they tend to have 2 teeth too. Like narwhals will have 2 often. But just like deer, there's also deer that have 1 horn. Like it'll be an anomaly, a genetic defect of sorts where they only grow 1 horn up the center of their head. Do you know jackalopes? Have you ever heard of jackalopes?
No.
They're the large rabbits with horns.
Uh-huh.
And people used to think they were fake, but I think now they're discovering that there is actually a breed of rabbits with a genetic mutation that causes horn growth in them. Of course, this is internet fucking research.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen this on any fucking documentaries or anything, so I need to follow up the jackalope shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, unicorns are just fucked. I hate them. I don't like unicorns.
Why?
I don't know. I don't like the mythology. I like Pegasus.
Uh-huh.
What do you think of Pegasus? Do you know how Pegasus was born? I just learned this.
Like this.
No, kind of. There was a lot of sploosh involved.
Ooh.
I don't remember his name. Give me a second. I think I wrote it down.
It was
Perseus.
Oh, Percy Jackson.
No, Perseus. Oh wait, that was Percy, right? Perseus, the son of Poseidon.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so Perseus was charged with the task to slay Medusa. You remember?
Yeah.
So once he slices up Medusa, for those of you not following, you younger kids out there who don't pay attention to your myths and legends.
I'm sure they've read Percy Jackson.
You would be surprised. But so Medusa was the snake-headed goddess, or not a goddess, she's some sort of underling. I should have wrote down what she was.
Shit. Anthrax has a song about her.
A mythos?
No, it's a...
a gorgonzola? A gorgon?
Yeah, I think that's
What was it? Medusa was a Gorgo! Holy shit!
Yeah.
We almost had it!
Yeah.
See, we can come up with shit together. We're good. Alright, so Medusa was a Gorgo, which who the fuck knows what that was. But so she had snakes coming out of her head, she looked at you, she turned you to stone. If you ever looked directly at her. So Perseus figures out with his shiny shield he could look at the reflection of her and he'd be okay. But if she saw her own reflection for some reason, she wouldn't be. That story always fell apart for me there. Like, how come he could see her through the reflection, but she can't see herself through the reflection?
I think it has something to do with vanity or envy. Probably envy.
Oh, that's right. She fell in love looking at herself, right? Because she had never seen herself.
That was Narcissus.
Oh, Narcissus. You're right. Anyway, we're getting bogged down. So Perseus chops off the bitch's head, stuffs it in a sack, and as blood pours out of the blood from her neck, as blood pours out of her neck, the blood itself boils into the being known as...
Oh, wild turkey.
God damn it, Frank. I was trying to let you finish the thought because I fucking spaced on the name. On the flying horse thing. Pegasus, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for those of you who live your life thinking Hercules, the Disney cartoon, is the end-all be-all of these fucking myths, they're very wrong. First off, Hercules, we talked about this too, about Hercules' mom was the one who was trying to kill him, not fucking Hades. Because it wasn't really his mom. Remember, Hercules was only half mortal, or half god. That means he had a mortal mom. That means his god mom hated him! But anyway, he ends up with Pegasus later on too. Anyway. But yeah, that's how Pegasus was made, dude. Now that's a badass fucking horse.
Yeah.
A horse with wings. What the fuck else do you want?
Mounted machine guns on the horse.
On the horse?
Yeah.
But you're a god. You don't need it. You can get Zeus to throw you some bolts to
No,
your-
but it'd be fucking badass. You know?
Would it? Yeah. All right. So Perseus also has the he's the one with the golden not the golden
Golden ticket.
no he at this time has the winged sandals.
Oh.
So there's two different endings to this story where he gets Perseus. There's one story where Pegasus is immediately like, "Ride me, sir. I am here to serve." Whatever. But there's another one where Pegasus is like a wild fucking animal, and he like immediately takes off, and Perseus has to follow him on his winged sandals and fucking chase him down. And then I think Dionysus or one of the other fucking goddesses ends up catching him for him. And they're like, "Okay, I got him. You can have him back if you do this shit for me." And they go off on some other fucking adventure. But I fucking love that. I'm always a big fan of those wing sandals, dude. If they didn't look so fucking gay, I'd get them tattooed.
Well,
the wings on the ankle.
That's the inspiration behind Nike.
Nike was the
Yeah.
the god Nike.
No, shoes. Like the
I know, but
the check mark. Everyone's been saying it's a fucking check mark. No, it's not a check mark. It's actually a wing.
It's a whoosh. They've never called it a check mark. It's called a whoosh.
No, but it's actually a wing.
I know, but it's not a wing. It's the whoosh from the wing.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. The swoosh, rather. That's a whoosh. It's the swoosh from the wing, like an air swoosh.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like that same motion that the wing would make would leave that shape. The Nike mythology. That's who personified victory. Nike is the daughter of Titan Pallas and the goddess Styx, and the sister of Kratos. Grandfather is Poseidon. Going back to see, we're tying it all together. Styx, the daughter of Ocean, was joined by Pallas and bore Zeus and trim-ankled Nike in the house. What?
I don't know.
Also, she brought forth Kratos, blah, 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 blah. Nike was described as the daughter of Ares, the god of war. Good shit, man. Good shit.
Yeah. So, yeah. Nike is the daughter of somebody.
Poseidon.
Yeah.
And somebody else. Yeah, I don't know how we got into Nike. Oh, winged sandals.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's pretty much what I got for fucking horseshit. I do have more stuff, but it would get tied down in the weeds. I think this is pretty fucking fun though. This started off as just a bullshit. Like, let's just see like what kind of fucked up horse stories we could tell from like people getting fucked by horses, which we threw a little bit of that in there. But once I started doing the research, I'm telling you, fucking that Carver chick, dude. Fucking Lorena Carver, man. She's forever gonna be one of my favorite fucking historical women of all time. For no fucking reason. She was just a woman who fucking loved doing what she did. I love that. I love passion. I love anybody with the passion to follow. I don't know, man. It's just fucking cool shit. What do you think? What do you think of this horse episode?
I think it was about horses.
You're fuck. You are a fuck, Frank. Fuck you. It's been a while since we've overfucked an episode.
Yeah.
You've gotten a lot better at that. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, well. So, our next birthday.
What?
You want me to order you a donkey show like Randall did for... Not Randall. Was it Randall?
No,
It was Randall, yeah. Randall did for Dante in Clerks 2. That was a donkey show, but I think it'll work. A donkey's
It was
fun.
a gay donkey show.
Yeah? Stacy and the Stud. Right? Stacy could be a guy's name too. Oh no, it's Kinky Kelly. Kinky Kelly and the something Stud, yeah. Woo, but it's a guy donkey. Woo! Anyway, that was fun, man. I enjoyed it. I'm happy I came up with this random shit. Let's see what other random shit. If there's any fucking stupid ass topics you guys want us to fucking talk about on here, shoot us a line. We'll make it entertaining, at least for us, if not for you. Frank, I know I said it earlier, but you want to run down one last time where they can find us?
They can find us here.
At completelyinappropriatepodcast@gmail.com, at completelyinap with 1P on Twitter, at CI Podcast on Instagram, and at BitChute on YouTube, and anywhere else you find us on podcasts. You can share with your friends, let them know you can find us on Spotify. I don't remember if we're on Pandora. I think we are on iHeart.
You listen to podcasts.
We're
finally on iHeart?
No, we've always been on iHeart. It was Pandora, I think we had trouble getting on.
Okay.
It's one or the other. Y'all figure it out. Y'all big kids. Fuck you. We love you. Frank, what do we tell the people?
Yes,
Find them motherfucking happy and try to be better today than you were yesterday. If not, fuck you. You're one of the problem people. Bye. Just kidding. We love you. Say bye, Frank.
Bye, Frank.
Bisexual Frank.